Hey friends, hope you're well. Been a while. I think last time I streamed was like 2 weeks ago. Figured I'd jump in tonight because I've just been going pretty hard. I think in the last 2 weeks I've put in like 60 hours into the creation kit. Since last time I streamed, I actually managed to get the majority of the last part of the map done already, because I figured it's kind of boring watching some of the stuff I do. But it's probably more interesting to watch the, I don't know, the quest locations, stuff like that. So I've been trying to do that on stream, but then, you know, I was kind of on a roll and I just, you know, jumped the gun. But I figured today I'll get back to the map and show you some of the progress I made on my own. So sorry for not showing that, but given that we're kind of like in the last part of development now, I really want to try and like lead by example. You know, I put in the time myself, and I hope that also inspires people to do the same. And in that, you know, it kind of just makes more sense to be on the Skyblivion Discord server and try and be active with the team instead of talking to the lovely fans of the project. So apologies, but hopefully the progress makes up for that, which I'll try and show off now. So thank you all for coming back. Mistrandir for everyone. Can we get some cheese in the chat? Oh yeah. Thanks for coming back. Hannah, good to see you again. 2 Hannas in a row, actually. Wow, that must be good luck, I think. Yeah, as I say, I'll try and show you off all that I've done, or at least the highlights, and then I'll work on one of it's a smaller part of the map, but it's separated by the river. Oh, I want that one weather. There we go. I'll show you off the map as well. So what I worked on kind of off stream, last time I did stream, we were working on, I think it was this, Vatican. Actually, we need to go back to that, but I'll go into that later. We started working here. I showed you some of the work I did on the farm, and I did a bit of work on Vermina's Shrine. And since then, I've gone all the way down the river. I've essentially finished this part of the map.
Post the sub with the message XD.
Hey Cage, thank you very much for the 18 months. So we did that part essentially. We did part of this as well. This is the witch's house that we did on stream too. So that's the area we did work on, and now what we have left to do is this area here. So you can see it's about a third of the size. I have 2 weeks of vacation coming up, so I intend to spend all of it kind of doing this, and hopefully by the end of the 2 weeks I'll be able to get this done. And it doesn't look like much, but as a whole, like, I think it would make up 15% of the map, which is quite a lot. I think it's 600 cells, so it's a lot of work, but I'm kind of in a good space now. I know what I want to do with the area, so I think it's doable to get it done in my Christmas break. Having said that, yeah, we started off a month ago, almost 2 months ago, with this area here, one of the farms in the area that I built. It's a very nice idyllic place to start. I put up some beehives inspired by my own, and I put down a lot of insects because of all the flowers, and because I think it adds a bit of life to the game. Will Skyblivion be EMB friendly? Yeah, it's like Skyrim. It's just that people will need to make specific EMBs for it to look right. Because, you know, if you use what's a big one? Obsidian EMB, or there's one that has a kind of a name to do with red. I know that one. I use it myself. or yeah, used to use it myself. But yeah, that one is big. Here we have the Knights of the Thorn Lodge, which I built. Pretty happy with. It's one of the rich kids. That area is untouched, but it's untouched because someone is working on the city right now, so I can't really do any work on this part of the map anymore. There's also some stuff floating here, but it's for the same reason. There's going to be an Oblivion gate spawning right here. I can't work on that until the city's finished, so I left the stuff floating in the air, so I know that's where I gotta go back. Rudy, yes, that's the one, Rudy MB. Like if you use Rudy MB, it probably won't look good because it's made for Skyrim weathers or for specific mod weathers, but not ours. But yeah, one of the farms, something I really tried to do for Cheydinhal is to give it a lot of farmland, because it's, well, to me anyway, it's super interesting and also kind of immersive to see that the land would be used by the city around it. Hey Kraken, is that lodge merged? Yes, I did make sure to merge that. So I forgot to message you. I think it's workable. We have another large farm here. One of the major changes, actually, and it's the reason why I did this so late in development, is that a major problem with the area was the elevation. So before, it's really difficult to show this, but before, imagine that this tree was a hill. Like, there was a giant hill in front of the city, so coming up from the Imperial City, you did not have a view of the city of Cheydinhal at all, which I thought was a bit of a shame. But this kind of, like, all these hills, it started at Cheydinhal and it continued all the way down to Blackwood. And these hills, it's caused by the procedural generation of Oblivion. It's something that we fixed, or we redid everywhere. Ahoy! We redid it everywhere else on the map, except for this one spot. Like, this is one of the oldest areas in the game that we worked on, and we just never really did it. And when walking through the entire game, like, the quality level was just a bit jarring compared to the other regions. And I kind of made a call to do it myself and try and do it within like an appropriate time frame where it can still, you know, be in line with the rest of the map and it doesn't take away time from anyone else. So that was kind of the goal, and I'll show you how that has gone. I think the result is pretty damn good. I'm really happy about it. But aside that, like, this part of the map needed work. Any case, because it was still more or less unfinished, like the city wasn't worked on. So worst case or best case scenario, all I had to do was this area around the city. Worst case scenario is what I decided to do. I didn't overall of the region as a whole. Looking amazing, can't wait to play. Thank you very much for the kind words. Same here, I tried to do no work outside the city walls because Heavy Burns, who is working on it right now, might need to... Oh, there's a hole there that I need to fix. Might need to move the walls further outwards.
Hello there.
So I kind of... Polly, thank you for the sub on YouTube. Subscribing on the second channel. Yeah, I didn't want to do the little settlement because that was just... It's fun to do. From there, though, and this is like it's killing itself. Do most of the collaborators work in game development? No, not really. There's, I'd say like maybe 20% of people that are working on the mod actually work in game development. There we go. I don't know, my computer was having a bit of a hiccup. I changed the streaming quality and bitrate to be higher because I thought I could handle it, but maybe I can't. But one of the cool things about like getting rid of all the hills is that you can kind of see stuff in the distance now. And you can be like, oh, that tower looks kind of interesting. And there's a big fort over there that might be worth checking out. There's a house there. There's an alien ruin there. There's something going on in the mountains over in that way. And because of the the elevation being a lot more, well, natural in the first place, but also a lot more even. There's still hills, there's plenty of rolling hills, especially in this area. But the new way that it's set up allows you to, you know, just see where you want to go first. Hey, man. No worries, VK. I luckily don't have to go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna be working from home, and I have a Christmas party from work in the evening that I'll be going to. With one of the standing stones, or sorry, not the standing stones, the ruins. Nailed it. The detail in lot is awesome. One of the few aspects in Oblivion that didn't age well. Yeah, we our distant detail, to be fair, is a bit better than Skyrim as well. So there is that. Friendly Winnie the Pooh. What's the most unfinished part of the project right now? It's a difficult question. It's a good question. Difficult question. So in terms of the world map, it's easier to show the parts that aren't finished. So the parts that's not finished is the Imperial City, because the Imperial City is still being worked on. We're kind of doing that last minute because of that. This part I still have to work on, so that's not finished. And what else? I guess the area around the Imperial City a bit, which we call the Heartland, still needs some work too. But apart from that, like the map is finished. Like, I think it's fair to say that like 85–90% of the map right now is finished. So like the Xera world map is doing pretty well. Quests is also doing quite well. I think we also have like something like 20% of quests unfinished. I guess the big challenge for us right now is that we have some dungeons left to do. And specifically the quest dungeons are quite a lot of work, because we want to make sure that the quest experience is good, is fun. So those take a bit more time to do. While I talk, I'm just gonna like walk through the area I've made so far, just to show you what I did without streaming. So yeah, that's gonna be a good chunk of work. And then we also have interior locations like houses that we still have to do, which is a bit late, but it's because we did not get the assets. So for instance, architecture is one of the biggest challenges we have on this project, hands down. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, and getting people to make architecture has just never been easy. Because of that, we're still missing a lot of Imperial City houses. Thing is that on paper, it makes us look like we're in a bad spot with the houses specifically, but the good thing is that a house can be pretty fast to make. Like, someone should be able to make a house within a day or two. So even though like the statistics say that maybe like 30% of the houses and shops are still not done, the amount of time that it takes to do that is not as intense as, for instance, a dungeon. Like, it can take your realist. That's a good point. Like, our moderator Glitz in the chat right now, she's one of the main interior developers at the moment. And just every time we have a new house that opens up, we just like throw it her way. And usually like within a day or two, like that gets finished and finalized. So, you know, definitely give her a round of applause. I don't really have applause emotes, but she's been a huge help there. So it's mainly, I think, at this point, the dungeons that we have to be pretty smart with how we're gonna make them good, but also get them done in a reasonable amount of time. And currently we've come up with a few solutions. Like, we've started to make templates that people can easily grab and copy paste, and then just change up to make it different enough to not be repetitive, which has been a really good solution, I think, by Heavy Burns, who came up with that. So we'll see, like in the next couple of months, how that's going to work out. I think the most important thing is that we try to be flexible. Like we have obviously like the big goal of release, but we just take it month by month. Like what are the status of like the different departments? Like what are the blockers that we're running into? What are the issues and what are some potential solutions? So that's it's good as a whole. Another department that still needs a lot of work is the user interface. It's a one-man department, so it's a bit tricky. But the person working on that, he's very skillful and he seems pretty confident in getting it done. So hopefully that'll all go smoothly. And then I think the last major hurdle for us right now is the Oblivion realms. Like those take a bit of time to create. There's only so many people that can make them, and we I think we have like 3 or 4 done of the 10 that we need. So those are the departments that still need some work. But on the other hand, other departments have been doing really well. Like nav meshing is progressing really well. They can only nav mesh areas that have been done. So for instance, the area I'm walking through now, I'm trying to clean it up so that they can start work on that. The 3D department, surprisingly, except for the Imperial City architecture, is just, it's done, it's finished. Which is that's a huge feat on its own, because the amount of assets that needed to be made for this project to become real, like that was kind of crazy and very intimidating. Like throughout the year, throughout the years of development, it always seemed like 3D was the major bottleneck. But the last 2 years we've been able to just completely turn that around. So I'm like super proud of the people that helped out with that. And made us overcome, in this case, that 3D challenge. This is Argved's Tower. It's a pretty cool landmark, and you can see it from pretty much anywhere in the Nibbin. It really stands out. It's part of a really major quest line. But just because I know some people have not played Oblivion, I'll keep it a bit vague. But you'll get to see that tower up close, a bit closer than you want to probably. Another hole to fix. So yeah, I thought I already ran through this area and fixed all the issues that it had, but you still find new things. That's another very interesting point, actually. I talked to some friends over at CD Projekt Red that worked on Cyberpunk and The Witcher 3 for some advice, and they gave us some really great pointers to apply to releasing the project as well. That it's quite cool that we get to collaborate with people like that, and have them kind of like help us in some ways. In this case, like experience and on how to ship a game. It's stuff like that has always made this project like super special to me. Hey, it's good to see you again. It's one of the unnamed landmarks. Zombie, sorry for the slow response. Thanks for the follow.
Sweet troll Rebelsies tot.
Hyro and Nixa, thank you both for the sub as well. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you're all well. Sorry if I'm missing your questions and stuff like that. I am trying my best. Also, storage is using the visuals. Yeah, I really like that in Elder Scrolls games specifically, and well, actually, The Witcher 3 also did a really good job with that. So I tried to do that every other cell. I just tried to put something down for the player to find. Like for instance, we have this big tree, which is already kind of like an interesting landmark, but it's got some unmarked grave on it. There's spots all over the map like this that I've put down. The biggest challenge, honestly, is just coming up with new things to do. I try to take screenshots of fun things that I've found in games, and I just make like a huge inspiration board of just either stuff that I can directly copy or that I can that's floating. Stuff that I can directly copy or that I can just reuse and make something unique out of. It's probably something I need to fix as well. This already was a really nice ruin that was made by someone else. I just expanded it and made it a bit bigger. That bear is not having a good time. Part of the reason why nothing is attacking me or walking around is because of the map still being very new. Like, as I said, I've only finished this part of the map last week. So it's not been nav meshed yet, and nav meshing is one of the departments that still needs people, by the way. If you're a modder and you think about applying, it can always use more help, and it basically allows us to have things follow us around, because we as humans, we can see a path and follow it, but the artificial intelligence needs a bit more to go off of. So we have to manually place dots on the map to show where you can walk and where you can't walk. We're now on the border of the two regions, the one that I haven't finished and the one that I have. So everything on the left is more or less done. There's a very small part on the right that I haven't done. It's mainly because I was thinking of streaming that later this week or this weekend. Because it's a quest location that I think is interesting to work on, and also get some community input on. You might recognize from here already which one it is. Yeah, I'll try to stick to the stuff that is finished. Or well, I say finished and there's flowers floating in the air. It's not finished. It's, what do you call it? Phase 1 complete. Use a bit of polish and bug fixing, but like 95% done. Last area of the map is very hype. Excited to see everyone's hard work come to fruition. Me too. It's one of the things that I'm both most proud of, but also the most nervous about, is that over the years I made a lot of promises to a lot of people that, you know, their work, if they were to volunteer on this project, their work would be featured on one of the biggest community-made games ever. Like a lot of people held up, before people tell me, I saw it too. A lot of people held up their part of the bargain, or their end of the bargain, and it's basically up to me now to hold up mine. So yeah, very exciting, but also like I owe a lot of people a finished mod and something that they can put on their portfolios. And hopefully that's what we're all working towards now. This is also an interesting location. It is it's one of the dungeons where you fight the goblin clans for one of the quests. Tried making it a bit more obvious that there's goblins hanging about. They're really cool though. I'm super happy with the body painting that was done for all these clans. It's a small detail that takes a surprising amount of work. Glad we did that in the end. They came out really well. So that's the area we're going to be working on now. As you can see, that's kind of where I stopped. It's empty green hills, but not for long. If I can do it, I would really like to just finish the remaining part of the map in like the next 2 weeks. Started following the project at the end of my time at secondary school, and I'm in 3rd year at college. Yeah. When I started working on the project, I was just out of high school. I was almost out of high school. I think I was still in high school, about to finish my last year. It's crazy. Hurts my soul to see all the floating stuff. It's fine though. I've done one of these walkthroughs myself to try and fix everything as I go. Was a bit what's the word? Arrogant to think that I caught every single issue in one go.
Lovely.
So this is the area that's not yet worked on because of the quest location I want to do with you guys. But I'm gonna probably do that over the weekends because we'll have more time then. I made a kind of like a cool fort out of this. It was made by someone else, but it was, as they said themselves, maybe not their best work, and it needed some something else. Uh-oh.
This ends here.
I think I made something cool out of it though. I still need to add more details to it. But this is where we're gonna do some of the rest of the development stuff tonight. I made a start. One of the things I tried to do. We have the upper Nibbin, which is basically on that side of the river, which is a... Let's disable combat AI. It's on that side of the river, and it's a very specific biome, so you can already kind of tell that, for instance, the trees that grow on this side of the river are not the same as on that side of the river. Every area in the game has a distinct look and feel, so we have Blackwood here, which is very swampy, it's very dark. We have the lower Nibbin here, which has a lot of aspen trees. We have the upper Nibbin here, which has a lot of those, I'm not even sure, the silver birches, I think they're called. Then you have the Jarrell Mountains, which is kind of like the Skyrim region. You have the Valus Mountains, which is close to Morrowind. You can actually see... Hey Rob, thanks for the 100 biddies. You can see that the rock formations there are quite different from the Jarrell Mountains. Like the Jarrell Mountains, like Skyrim, it's just very sharp cliffs and snow. The Valus Mountains near Morrowind have different rock formations, which are a bit more bulky and bouldery. I'm not sure how to put that into words. And then it's a bit of a shame that the map is a bit foggy almost. I like the fog, but for me to tell all the regions apart, it's kind of difficult because you can't really tell. We have the Collaborator Highlands, which is also an area that I worked on over here, which is it's think of the Jarrell Mountains in Skyrim, but grassy and a bit like mustard yellow, mustard green. We have the Great Forest here, which is the oak forest around Coral. We have the other side of the Great Forest, which is the redwoods with the giant sequoias. We have the West Weald here, which is a very colorful forested area. It's a bit sparsely forested, it's not super dense, but it's covered with flowers and red maple trees. And then finally we have the Gold Coast, which is, well, golden grass and nice white beaches. So that's one of the things I'm super happy with, like the diversity of all the regions. And in a similar vein, I want to make this part of the Nibbin, which connects to Blackwood, a bit different. And what I found is that one of the trees used in the area close to Blackwood was these, for instance. So I'm going to combine these two and try and make a bit of a last unique region for you to explore before going into the swamps of Blackwood, and then yeah, then the world map is more or less done, aside from fixing a few remaining issues. So that's it's gonna be pretty cool. I think that was the end of my speech. So we can do the work. For real, seeing the map filled out, yeah, for you and me both. Looks amazing, super excited. Convinced a bunch of my friends to try Skyblivion too. Oh, that's cool to hear, dude. Very nice. Where is my rune stone? There it is. Are you still on track to release in 2025? I think so. Yeah. I believe. I'm doing everything in my power to make it happen. Of course, time will tell, but with how things are going, I believe we can make it. What do you guys think looks cooler, the Stonehenge or the Dragon Teeth? Oh, actually, that one doesn't work because it's clipping like hell. But that would work. Hey, Tayson, yo, been a long while. This is the Dragon Teeth. That's the Stonehenge. Teeth? Wow, it's kind of like a landslide. I'm gonna be honest, I thought the Stonehenge might have looked a bit cooler. But that's totally fine. That's why I like streaming, because it looks like we made the better choice now. I would have made the not as popular choice. Trust the dev. Stonehenge also looked cool.
Lovely.
I trust the fans.
Skyblivion, Skyblivion,
Every now and then.
Skyblivion, 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 Skyblivion.
Thanks, man. Looking for this texture.
Time for a celebration!
Hey, Bill, thank you as
32
well.
months of Skyblivion goodness.
Okay. Let's see if I can put some ivy on that as well. I don't see the on-screen celebration. I don't know why. Let me maybe grab a dirt flint as well. Alright, interesting little location we made. Nice. There was also... Thanks for the save. A coin purse and a note that I'm gonna place close by.
Oh, drink, water, drink, water, drink, water,
Open chest. Cheers, Bella. Thanks for that ration, Rob. I wish you a Merry Saturalia in advance. Thanks, man. Merry Christmas to you all as well. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I tried to make the background light go from red to green because it kind of looks Christmassy.
Wait, I know you.
Yeah, that one worked. And I have some twigs to sort of hide it, but not really. Christmas Todd when? Oh, that's a good question. Actually, oh yeah, I have all those Christmas emails, don't I? They're easy enough to bring back. Just totally forgot about it. How's overall progress been lately? Any nice surprises? Surprises? I think one of the downsides of this part of development is there's not a whole lot of surprises left. Like the biggest surprise that can happen right now is someone just doing something small to really complement other people's work or something big. Oh no, actually, so one nice surprise was that we had someone join the team, I think like 3 years ago, who has been doing unique weapon enchantments. So he did like enchantments for the Wabbajack, for Umbra, for like a bunch of Daedric artifacts in the game. And he came back after being gone for a while, and he started doing some of the remaining weapons that I thought we would just not get cool enchantments for. So that was a really nice surprise, seeing him come back kind of in the nick of time, because like he still has time now to like make some cool stuff happen, but had he waited much longer, then, you know, it would have been too bad, so sad. So it's always nice seeing people sort of like come out of the depths. It's happened a few times, especially when we have a new video. Oh yeah, on that topic, that's a nice surprise. There's one video that should be going out before the end of the year. It's our final roadmap.
Hello there.
Fuck's sake, fucking mute mics. Yeah, my girl did sneak up on me. I think she wanted to do something funny. And then noticed the camera and asked if it was on. And when I said yes, she just quietly slid back into the background. We saved you? Totally.
Oh, lovely!
Just got home after working months away to this absolute delight of a stream rebels these lusty fan.
Hey Ellie dude, welcome back man. I also need to put some stuff in the fort because it's been used by bandits to hold people up that have to cross the road. So I need to do a little bit of world building there.
It's you. Hi.
Watermelon Buster. Thanks for the follow. Oh fuck, I just remembered as well that a friend asked me to play a game 3 hours ago. I'm such an asshole. This is one of the things I'm gonna be happy about when the project is over. I will not have excuses anymore to like leave people in the dark. It's probably gonna be good for like the few people that have decided to stay in my social circle. And hopefully will forgive me when I come back to the land of the living after 10 long years. Oh, it's not that bad. A little bit sometimes, but not that bad. Oblivion, the new Indiana Jones engine, when? I don't know. I think that's more Doom territory, you know? Like, whoever's working on a Doom mod could be using that instead. When you come back, they'll all be playing, or too busy playing Skyblivion to talk to you. Wouldn't that be nice? I've actually had, because I work in the gaming industry, the amount of times that colleagues have asked me when this is coming out. It's gonna be nice not having to answer that question anymore. To be fair, it's nice gonna be, like, to be, like to not have to answer that question anywhere anymore. But I'm sure it'll be replaced by, you know, when are you doing DLC? What are you doing after? Never gonna end. You're gonna do Skyblivion for Elder Scrolls 6. When was the date set? We never set a date. We just vaguely mentioned 2025, which was very much by design. Like 2025, it gives everyone something to work towards as a team, but it gives us enough leeway to like take more time if we need it, because if we can finish at Q1 2025, we will, but if we can't, then if we release at Q4 2025, no one will bat an eye, because we don't have to announce that it's going to be later than we expected, because we never said specifically when. When are you going to bring Oblivion to GTA 6? That'll be the next one. Are we remaking San Andreas in GTA 6 engine? Definitely a game I'm looking forward to, GTA 6. It's going to be a good time. Have you gotten around to playing Cyberpunk? Also, hello, I've been around a while. Welcome back. I've not gotten around to playing Cyberpunk actually. I started Cyberpunk ages ago and never properly got into it, and then kind of gave up on playing it because it takes a long time to play an RPG like that, and I feel like I don't have the time. I've heard really good things. I think I got like halfway through the story when I stopped playing. What's going on with this? The Nibble region. Hell yeah, man. Thanks for the save, friend. It's always a bit scary starting on a new area because it starts off so empty and it takes a while for it to like properly take shape again. But like we did it there, so how hard can it be? Just do that again. Remake Daggerfall and Tetris. Pooh, thank you for the follow. Oh, did you guys hear that The Witcher is gonna be doing like a concert in Europe and the United States? That's pretty sick. Wish I could go. I don't know yet if I can go. It depends on where they end up playing, but I'd like to go if it's anywhere close. Keep up the good work. Really can't wait to see the project finished. Thanks, dude. Appreciate the kind words. The M's are spawners for leveled enemies. So whenever you see an M, that's where like a deer or a bear or a rabbit will spawn from, essentially. Adding much needed.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody
Life.
breaks the law on my watch. I'm confiscating your stolen goods. Now pay
See,
your
without even
fine,
looking, I knew who did that
or it's
too.
off to jail.
Some things don't change.
Oh, drink water, drink water, drink water, bitch.
Cheers. Has anyone made cereal in Minecraft before? I've definitely seen people do that, yeah. I think even on my own Discord server, people have shown me screenshots of that. Actually, in the feedback channel not so long ago, someone
Time for a celebration!
shared an idea they had made in Minecraft for me. Matchsticks, thank you for subscribing to the YouTube channel. Appreciate that, dude. I never checked what the thumbnail was for YouTube. Oh yeah, that's fine. See if I could change that to something else. There's been a lot more people watching on YouTube recently. That's kind of cool. 75 people right now. Cool. Do you see the guy who recreated Oblivion's map in Unreal Engine 5? Yeah, I see that. I did see that. Something I've been doing more recently is taking a closer look at Skyrim's map. Because the people working on the map for Skyrim, like, I don't know what they were on. They really made some fantastic looking worlds. It's not always flawless, but like it's really damn good. Like I was really feeling good about my own work one day, and then I looked at Skyrim's and I was like, fuck, I can never do that. I can steal that, but I can't come up with that. Oh, let me show you guys something I got from Secret Santa at work. It's pretty funny. I asked for one thing. I did get, but as a hint, I did put in the description like, I love Skyrim. I mean, the people I work with directly, they know I love Skyrim and Elder Scrolls. But with Secret Santa, like, you might be getting someone from outside of the department that you usually work with. So just to be sure, I put that stuff in. And either this person already knew me very well, and they got me just the right thing, or this person got really lucky. Alright. Are you a game developer? No. I work in marketing for a game publisher. They got me a pillow sleeve for Rayloff saying, "Hey there, you're finally awake." Is that what he says? Yeah. Oh, hey you, you're finally awake. So that's really funny. It's good stuff. I'm wearing my Skyrim. Oh, sorry, my Skyrim t-shirt too today. One of many. I think that's going to be the toughest thing after Skyblivion, is that I might have to find a life. I can't just hide behind Elder Scrolls anymore. I might have to do stuff outside of that, you know, find an actual personality. I'm not looking forward to doing that. Doesn't even know the quote by heart. Listen, man, I've had alternate start installed for like the last decade. All right, it gets a bit rough sometimes remembering the line. I got most of it right though. So yeah, we're slowly turning this into an actual map. It's cool.
Time for a celebration!
Would you work at Bethesda if they called you?
I funny enough did interview at Bethesda a few years ago for one of the regional jobs. But unfortunately it was a no-go because to work there you'd have to give up a project like this. And until Skyblivion is out, I'm not really willing to give that up. I think unironically, like, Skyblivion will be one of the biggest things I'm going to do in my life, so definitely want to see it through now. And after that, you know, who knows. After Skyblivion, you could start working on the Skyrim mod. I definitely could. I won't, but I could. Really nice folks over at Skywind. Really excited to play that. Because unlike Skyblivion, I don't know it inside out. But I'm not gonna jump to like the next modding project once this one is finished. Once this one is finished, I'm gonna start on project buy a house together with my partner, or project buying a car. Maybe try my hand at making one of those children NPCs, who knows. Gonna start the Hearthfire DLC in real life. Find a amulet of Dabella. Propose, you know, that kind of stuff. Dutchman driving an automobile, blasphemy. Well, I haven't so far. I got my driver's license, but yeah, right now there's no reason for me to get a car. Why walk when you can bike? Or why drive when you can bike? It looks okay. Let's start painting a bit of the other grasses just so it's not one continuous blob. Don't want everything to be one specific shade of green. You guys are lucky because you're listening to some of the new Skyblivion music, which no one has heard before. Most people on the team actually haven't heard before. Someone asked earlier if there were any nice surprises. Totally forgot about this one. This was a really nice surprise. Getting like a bunch of new music at the last minute. I guess our composer who did a lot of the other music for us, he felt very inspired all of a sudden. The stream started off with one of his songs as well. So, a good reason to subscribe to the second YouTube channel is you can watch the streams back pretty easily. More easily than on Twitch. They are always unlisted, or not unlisted, uploaded straight after the stream.
Who's laughing now?
And you can hear the inspiration from Skyrim and Oblivion. Like, honestly, the most recent music we got is by far the best we have in the game. There's a few tracks he did so well, like it is Oblivion. Like you cannot tell me it isn't. In heart and soul, it is Oblivion music. It's amazingly well done by Marcus. I think I want to have just a bunch of deer grazing here. It looks like a very nice little alcove for that. Speaking of music, will there be more combat music? Yes, we actually, in this pack, specifically got some combat tracks as well. Ooh, you know what I recently played, which fucking blew my mind. Oh, Lumen, thank you for gifting a sub as well. Thank you for gifting one to Squishy Cinder. Can we get some love in the chat? That's very kind of you, dude. Enjoy the Todd emotes, Squishy. Oh yeah, right. So I played Half-Life Alyx recently. I borrowed a VR headset from work, and I've played Half-Life 2. I've never played Half-Life 1. I know, shame. But I really liked Half-Life 2. And Half-Life Alyx, like, goddamn, that game slaps. I've never played VR before. That was my first VR game, and it sucks because it immediately ruins VR for you because nothing is as good as that. But goddamn, that was a good game. Like the writing as well. Like at some point I was like, oh my god. Like, because it happens before Half-Life 2. So I was like, oh my god, is that what we're doing? That would tie in so well with Half-Life 2, but then also
It just works.
it doesn't quite make sense, but maybe it makes sense once the story is like further in. And then it's like, oh my god, it's not what I thought we were doing. It's really good. Now please make Half-Life 3 and Portal 3. I like Left 4 Dead, but prioritize Half-Life and Portal, please and thank you. Fucking Gaben. Great guy, but holding us, we're holding these 3 franchises hostage. I loved Portal so much. I still do love Portal so much. That franchise is just peak. I love puzzle games. This rock is just begging for me to put something on it. What? A skull? A bouquet? Maybe just like a bouquet. Bouquet. Because why not?
Look at you! No concept of what you've stumbled into. No sense of place. You don't even really know where you are.
I fucked up that quote. I kind of knew it. No, I didn't. Endercats. Yo! And Alfred, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube. Sorry, I totally forgot about that. And Endercats, thanks for the prime. Some love and chat for you both. You know what? I also need some tree spot. What do you call them? Tree stump. Stump. Just gonna use the aspen because it sort of looks a bit like this stuff. It's also gonna like a wider trunk. Thanks for the save. Hey, Andrew. Oh, actually, I already just... Never mind. But hey again! If you don't already have them, a cool filler would be great to have a logged area near a city or hamlet. I do have an area just like that, closest to Cheydinhall. I didn't actually show that at the start of the stream. I should have done that. To be fair, there's a lot of the area I didn't show you. There's only so much time, you know. Uh, I like doing the shrubs and bushes last because it kind of shows you which areas are still a bit open or colorless, and you can add that color in easily with shrubs, you know. What could we add near the water? I mean, obviously a little nern roots. Obviously. I do have shells, yeah. Do you have a favorite mod list for Skyrim? No, I've always just modded my own game, but since I got like a VR headset to borrow, I did install a Skyrim VR mod list for the first time in my life. And that was Foos, which was really excellent. Like, I removed a few mods I didn't like, which is always going to happen, you know, personal preference. But yeah, that was surprisingly good. Really excellent mod list. And I think there's a, yeah, I know for sure actually, there's a Skyrim Special Edition or Anniversary Edition version of that as well. Yeah, that one I can highly recommend. Let's take a quick look in game, see how this is shaping up. Because if this is not looking good, then we can still change course now. And if we wait too long, then we can still change it. It'll just be more effort, though. Actually, before I do that, let's do something more with this ridge. Something small. What a flex. Well, you know. I think nowadays though, with how busy I am, like I don't know. Mod lists are a real nice, easy way to not have to do a ton of work yourself, and I can totally, like, I never really understood, like, oh, why would you want to do a mod list? Like, it's so easy to install everything yourself. I know better now. It's not that easy. Well, it's it's easy, but it's a fucking pain in the ass. Pain in the arse. Just takes a lot of time. Part of the fun is games, or well, part of the fun is collecting mods for weeks, troubleshooting those mods for days, and then only playing for a few hours. Exactly, yeah. I put these trees here, by the way, because this region is gonna go towards into the mountains further that way. So I'm thinking I'm gonna make the mountain stuff with obviously pine trees because they do well in mountainous terrain. But this is the selection I made of trees I want to use there, and then we'll see how that's gonna go. This is how high the terrain used to be, to give you an indication. I think this might be turning out okay. Will the map be bigger and denser? Definitely denser. It's a little bit bigger than Oblivion, but Oblivion's map is already bigger than Skyrim, so you know, at some point you don't want to push your luck. It really doesn't need to be any bigger than it already is. Okay, let's see how this looks in game.
Hello there.
Yeah, it's bigger than Skyrim. It's crazy. Evan, thank you very much for the sub on YouTube, my friend. Appreciate that. Bear with me, it sometimes takes a while to load. There it is. Wow. There's 4 to 27. Will there be any extra settlements from vanilla? Yes. Play AI. Oh, why is it getting rainy? Don't give me rain. Sorry, I'm just gonna take some screenshots so I can show the rest of the dev team as well. What's going on? Pretty happy with how this castle turned out. Looking pretty cool. What fort is this? I honestly don't remember. I don't have the map markers enabled. It is fort. Gotta get close to the map marker. Sadrian. Oh no. Should go and fix that real quick before I forget. Oh, I found ya. Thanks for the save. Tapestry gives me Lord of the Rings vibes and I'm all for it. I'm glad to hear that. Big Lord of the Rings fan, so Yeah, I'm actually pretty happy with this, how this is shaping up. This is I like it. This is nice. Dear. I disabled the AI, so they're just like, they're not even moving from where I put them. Looking really weird, guys. Nice though, this is turning out pretty well, I think. All I have to do now is just make the entire rest of the map look like this. Player.set speed molds. Enable combat AI. Aw, one of the boards was spawning up all the way there. So essentially, this part that we just made, we have to do that for all of this. Which, it seems impossible and it seems really fucked up. But at the rate I've been doing this, like, I promise you when I'm not streaming, I'm a lot faster than I am. That's what she said. Than I am on stream. It's just because I try to talk and to multitask. But we'll be repeating that area that we've done for pretty much all the way here, and then as soon as it gets into the more mountainous terrain, we'll start switching to the pine trees and try and make something that flows nicely into this kind of biome, which belongs to the Valus Mountains. I already had an idea for this as well. There's an alien ruin here, and I forgot what it's called. I can't get to it because the marker is all the way up there. I thought something that might be cool is to make an alien dam that leads into the river down below. That would be kind of cool to work on. Kind of similar to that, actually. I didn't know that was there. But yeah, like that part of the map is already done. So once we've done that, it's all good. Like we can celebrate when we reach this part. But yeah, I spent all of the day doing the road, which is, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but doing the road is such a hassle. Aww. Emperor Uriel Septim is dead at the age of 87, having ruled Tamriel for 65 years.
What is it?
One of the things we started looking at recently is the armor for the bandits, because they look a bit dopey with all the fur stuff, and turns out we've had armor in the game for a while that we just didn't use. It was finished but just not in use by us. And we're gonna put that on those guys instead, because it looks just way better. Also, this little bunny whole thing is gonna turn into an Oblivion gate. I feel a bit bad because I killed a bunny just for that. Oh, this one I kind of liked. I kind of liked what I did to the alien rune. Turned out pretty nice. There's some like excavating going on as well. And you asked, I forgot who it was, but someone asked about the lumber mill, and I did that close to Cheydon Hall. I stole this from The Witcher 3, by the way. Or at least I tried to make something similar to what The Witcher 3 has with what we have in game. So here we have a lumber mill. So there's a field with like tree stumps, and then there's a cart here with logs, I believe. Jesus, killing the sheep for no reason. There's a cave here, and then there's more like tree logging happening up there. And we also have like another bee stand here overlooking the farms. Really love the fog weather. It's just hard to show stuff off with it. But yeah, like I said, it looks like I have to do a ton of work, and I do. But I managed to do this in a very reasonable amount of time. Like, I think it took me about 2 months to do, like, this whole area. And the area I have left is like a third of the size, if that. One thing I do have to go back to, and we streamed working on this. It's not the Allied Ruin, it's what's underneath the Allied Ruin. So this Allied Ruin, it's caved in. Can't get in there. But the Allied Ruin does still exist underneath the earth, and you go to this specific ruin through a cave. This cave here. I worked on this location. What's pushing me around? I don't know. I worked in this location a few weeks ago on stream, and we looked at the interior, and it was a bunch of wolves on the inside. One of our like more skilled interior guys who does a lot of the quest locations has revamped the area a little bit to make it a bit more fitting for the quest that's happening here, similar to Sarthal in Skyrim, where a bunch of mages go and excavate one of the Nordic ruins, like dig up old stuff. That's what's happening here as well, so I tried to make it look more like that. So I put a bunch of artifacts here, and we're gonna just like put them on like tables and make it look a bit more like the Mages Guild is actively trying to.
The nine divines. Assault! Assault!
Freya, thank you very much for the raid. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Can we get a shout out as well? Thanks a lot. I hope you had a good stream. But yeah, now I'm gonna try and make it look like they're excavating, and because they're mages, I want to put like support stuff up because, you know, they're smart. They don't want to have cave-ins. I don't know. I think I did this in like 15 minutes, and maybe we'll do the rest on stream somewhere this week. I'm sure you guys have some good ideas for this too. The one thing I had to change, thank you for the follow, Bryagu. I killed these hunters and put like some wolves at the entrance, like, oh, the hunters got killed by the wolves, and I kind of had to change that. I had to revive the hunters. I still have to remove some blood because this dude was dead before. But yeah, that was unfortunate, but all good. Yeah, we'll make it a regular hunter camp now. But yeah.
What?
Congrats, man, you're alive. Well done.
Talking. Enough.
Alright. Yeah. Sorry, I totally forgot how this works. Thank you everyone who joined the raid. I am Rebel. I do development on the Skyblivion mod, which is a mod that aims to remake Oblivion in the Skyrim engine, which is set to release next year, actually. And we're working on the last part of the map. Yeah, not sure how these intros go anymore, but I think that's sufficient, so thanks. Any chance you were playing Skyrim, Freya? So stoked for Skyblivion. Super happy to hear that, thank you. And seriously, like, it seems simple, but just by rating me like this, like you actually potentially bring in people that didn't know about the project, or that, you know, maybe didn't know that we can still use help. So it's small stuff like that that really helps us out in the long run, and, you know, getting the best possible product out for you guys. So really appreciate that. Gonna take a week off when it releases. I am too, just to make sure everything goes well. Different reason, but I'll be taking a week off too. I still like this house I made as well. I think it's inspired by something. Yeah, I came across a location like this in Red Dead Redemption. I was like, you know what? That'd be perfect. But yeah, overall, I really like the region. It reminds me a lot of like stereotypical English countryside, rolling hills type things, you know? Very idyllic. And the fort came up pretty nice as well, I think. Everyone could calm down.
Now, you
Oh, fucking hell.
feel no pain.
I forgot I should take a screenshot of the fort as a whole, because the person that worked on it before, I took it over from them and turned it into something different. But I'm sure they want to see the results. Okay, blood, go away. Shoo. Just got off work and the stream is exactly what I needed. I'm glad I could be of service. How much is left? Of the world map, I'm doing, I would say, like the last 10% right now. I think I already took a screenshot from this angle, but I'll just take another one. I'll still need to clutter up the inside. Like, I put up barricades and stuff for the bandits, but we'll put up some tables and some loot that they're sifting through, and something like a camp where they can eat, like some meat on the fire, stuff like that. But yeah, like this is like I said before, all that is what we finished, or what I finished in like the last month. I streamed very little of it, but I really wanted to like focus up and just get it done. And this is what we have to do left. So you can see it's not as big of an area. It's from that right tip to the mountains over there. It's a relatively small area. I think by just doing this we've done like, I don't know, maybe almost 5%. It gets a bit trickier with the big rune in the back. Like, that's going to be a bit more work. And then we have to make Blackwood in the back there connect to this, so we'll have to do some work on the island there. But yeah, overall I'm pretty much on track. Like, my goal was to finish all this by the end of the year. Hopefully I can do that. The Oblivion team has been doing a spectacular job for such a long time. I can't wait to see the final product. Appreciate that, dude. More than happy to support. Happy to hear that. The Shire, yeah, for sure. Yeah, the Shire. That was also an inspiration for the area. From, at least on my mood board. Do we need voice actors? I'm afraid not, no. We're using Oblivion's voice acting, which saves us just a ton of time. I dread to think how development would have been if we didn't use them.
It's you. Hi.
Skywise, thanks for the follow. These balls here, they are spawners for insects specifically. It's kind of funny, like every engine does this differently, obviously, but in Skyrim you place one of these down, and it spawns in a bunch of the insects. And then what you can do, which is kind of cool, you can place down one of these. Which says Critter, C-R-I-T-R. And essentially what it does, it just tells the bug, like, hey, you can land on this dot. So in this case, like, the butterfly would land on the rock, or on the Thieves Stone, or on the Dragon Tooth, or on the Dirt Glyph. It's a really nice small way you can make in this case, like, the insects kind of like highlight the area, frame it in a nice way. Like, it's always cool seeing a butterfly land on just the right spot, you know? Are there any Skyrim-only powers you're porting over? I mean, plenty. Like, any mechanic from Skyrim we can reuse that makes sense, we're just reusing. There's no point in doing the same work twice. Also, I think it helps to just acknowledge that at the end of the day, this is a Skyrim mod. Like, we're trying to remake Oblivion, but as similar as the engines are, it is a different engine. We can do everything that Oblivion did, and Oblivion can do everything that Skyrim did. It's that simple, and we're in a unique position where we can pick and choose the best stuff from both games, you know, and make a new experience out of it. Like, that's kind of the end goal. Because if we wanted to just do Oblivion, then what's the point? Oblivion already exists. If we're not doing anything differently, if we're not making changes that we think
it just works.
Make for a better game, then you can just play Oblivion. In need of music or sound effects? Music, no. Sound effects, maybe. Depends a bit on who you ask. I know there's some folks in the team with some ideas that might need better sounds. Thanks for the shave. Gonna start making some outlines for the mountains that we have to work into. Probably easy to mention what help is needed. Fair enough. We could really use some more people who have experience in the creation kit. So making a dungeon, very useful skill. Nav meshing, very useful skill. If you're familiar with scripting in the creation kit or doing quests, very useful. If you have experience with 3D, but not like not like making 3D assets, but more like putting 3D assets in Skyrim's engine, which, if you're familiar with that, it's pretty finicky. Super useful skill to have for us. Oblivion Realms, we still have some left to do, so if you have experience with doing like outside work, you know, like making a map similar to what I'm doing here, that's useful as well. How do you know where to put what? I improvise. I didn't know this area was going to look anything like this 2 hours ago when we started. At the start of the day today, I hadn't made the fort yet. I hadn't done the riverbed, and I didn't know what kind of trees I wanted to put on the other side of the river. I just try and figure it out as I go. And if it doesn't work well, then I'll take a break and sort of like rethink my strategy, if that makes sense. I'm not gonna lie, like for whatever reason, I'm having I wouldn't say an easy time, but I'm pretty pretty confident in my work lately. But for the last like 2 years, I think the last 2 years I was doing this, I was pretty burned out, but I kept pushing through, and it was very difficult to make anything. Like I was able to do work on the project, it just took me a lot more time and effort than it does now, for instance, and it kind of shows how it's sometimes good to take a step back and take a bit of a break. But, you know, in my position, like I'm supposed to be leading the project, so I felt like I couldn't do that. I took a bit of time off. I actually had someone from the project visit me for his holiday, which was kind of fun. And after like a month or so of some time off, it became a lot more easy, a lot easier to just get things done. And now I try, at least for as far as I can, to just trust my intuition. Like, okay, what if I was a player, how would I try and move through the world? How would I see the world from their eyes? And then slowly but surely, you can see, as you can see here, like a sort of canvas starts developing, similar to a painting. Like with a painting, you start off as with this, you know, with an empty slate, and then you put down a road and you put down a mountain in the background, and slowly but surely you start building around some of the ideas you have in your head. And sometimes when I don't have an idea, I just start putting down bushes and stuff, and just like detailing and waiting for the ideas to come back. Sometimes that works too. Hey Mac, welcome back. What was that name of the Valve documentary you talked about? I'll link it to you in chat. It was really good. I think it's just like the making of Half-Life, something like that. The making of Half-Life. Yep, here it is. It's on the Twitch chat. Also, thank you guys for tuning in tonight. 190 people on Twitch. Sick. 90 people on YouTube. Thank you all for hanging out. Very cool to see you all here. At least you managed to come up before Half-Life 3 and Elder Scrolls 6. That's true. That's a victory.
Hello there.
Panzer, thanks for the follow, my friend.
Oh, lovely!
Denathiel? Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for the prime. It's very kind of you. How's it going? Yeah, it's going pretty well. We managed to get a good bit done already today. How you doing? It's always a good idea to try and go up and down and try and put yourself in like a player perspective, like what can you see, what can't you see, what's blocked from view. What do you want a player to see? What do you want to be hidden? Like for instance that Thief Stone, like we're kind of shielding it off with the Dragon Stones, but it does definitely draw your attention, or it should draw your attention. So for instance, if you start putting trees down by the road, you're gonna block the players' view. Okay, well maybe not these trees because they're nice and high up, but we have some big bush. Start putting these by the side of the roads, like the player's not gonna be able to see past it. You don't want that. At least I don't want that. Sometimes you do. Love seeing the bosses and boss arenas you guys have worked on. Yeah, it's basically not all one guy, but a lot of it has been done by one person. I forgot what he wants to go by online, so I'm just not gonna say his name. think it was like Pentradox or whatever is his online handle. Really nice guy, very talented. He's one of those people that showed up like only a year ago, like kind of late, but in the time that they've been here, they've been able to like do a really good job on some of the boss locations. Really make them feel a bit more special. There's no way to procedurally generate stuff from the creation kit? No, I'm afraid not. Would be nice. There's a bird outside my window. Does the engine make draw calls for rock formations that clip below the terrain? Yeah. So it does it renders the whole thing, not just what's visible, unfortunately. But we try really hard to make sure that the assets we have in the game are properly optimized, so that this doesn't hog down resources too much and then hurt your performance.
It just works.
It's kind of interesting you mentioned that, because draw calls is something that we've been focusing on a lot recently, because we're in that stage of development where you're sort of like wrapping up different areas of the game. And one of the things we're really looking into, obviously, is like performance. We want to make sure the game performs well. And we noticed that one of the techniques we used to build certain areas of the game was pretty unoptimized for the amount of draw calls we were causing. And it's one of the things I've gone back like on on top of doing this part of the map, I've also been going over areas of the map that have misused that. Interestingly enough, we also found an issue with some of the optimization we'd been doing, which I can show you an example of. Not of bad optimization, because I already fixed it.
Today's your lucky day, so let's hear it.
Oh, flip a coin. For those who don't know, we have like a little mini game on Twitch where you can redeem a coin flip and then you can bet on heads or tails, because I have, it's been a while, but I have an actual septum coin from the Elder Scrolls with heads and tails. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, optimization. So one of those things in terms of optimization we have, oh, I actually noticed an issue with it, is occlusion planes. Now, what occlusion does is it hides things that are not in view. So for instance, here we have a fort, but this white plane allows you to, I can show it a bit better like this, allows you to hide anything. So if you're on this side of the wall, anything behind the white planes gets hidden from view, which can give you a bit better performance because it doesn't have to render those things in. However, one of the things we did in the past was we would make the occlusion planes way too detailed. Like instead of just putting down 6, we'd put down like 30 very, very small occlusion planes for every little bit that we saw, and we didn't know until we got someone on the team who actually is very familiar with the creation kit that that is the opposite of optimization, because it just makes the engine very confused and it just bogs it down more instead of getting you that better performance you want. So interesting learning moment for us. Also just noticed this. Might try and do something with that little gap. Put something there, like a weapon rack or whatever. Speaking of Todd, I saw him at Cars and Coffee recently. Really? Yeah, he's someone I definitely wouldn't mind meeting in real life. I met a few people, not just because like I know I have the picture in the background that looks super creepy. I'm not like a massive Todd fan. Like I would generally just I would like to talk to him about Elder Scrolls, because I've been lucky enough to meet a few people that worked on Skyrim and Oblivion. And just like sharing anecdotes was super interesting to me, because obviously they've had a very different experience from me and my team. So it would just be interesting to have a conversation about that. Hey Joey, yeah, it's good to be back. Tried explaining earlier that I've been so focused on getting stuff done that I find it hard to stream, because streaming is a ton of fun, but it slows me down a bit. But yeah, felt like doing it today, so here we are. Been well otherwise? Yeah, I've been pretty good. Hope you've been well yourself. Jowl, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard. Thanks for the save reminders. Oh yeah, coin tossing time. Alright, let's see if I can do this without dropping it. I did drop it, but it fell on the counter. And it's heads. I swear I used to be kind of good at actually catching the coin. Maybe I have to practice off stream. Alright. See, that was a good one. Maybe it's just the stress of doing it for reals.
Oh, lovely.
I can do it fine. Disco, thanks for the 3 months, my friend. Appreciate that, welcome back, and thanks for using the priming. One thing I really do like making is like all the little trails throughout the map. They don't necessarily have to go anywhere. It can just be, in the Netherlands we call them elephant trails. Just that, like, trails that people frequently use, but it also applies to, well, elephants and animals. If animals take the same route every day, then slowly but surely, like, the grass is gonna get pummeled and there will be like a little trail. What are those called? Branches. Of course they are. Branch. and debris. Gonna add some detailing to the forts because I totally forgot to do that earlier.
Hello there. Hello there.
JC and John, thanks for the follows, guys. At the same time, or the subscriptions on YouTube. Subscribings. I don't know. For whatever reason, it's more difficult to say that than follow. You follow on Twitch, and you subscribe on YouTube. Oh, I forgot about this. Yeah, I wanted to make an area you can go up here as well.
Time for a celebration!
Rebelsies Shio Santa, Rebelsies Shio Santa.
Tumbezi, thanks, man.
Hello there.
So we do have the Christmas emote still. David Carl, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel too. I just noticed we have a small issue. There we go. Just gonna try and put down a bunch of rubble, mainly around the areas where the towers and the walls have kind of collapsed in on itself. It helps sell the idea that this fort has been long abandoned, at least by the Empire. Bandits have taken it over now. I'm not sure. Is there anyone in the chat who is like very familiar with Elder Scrolls lore who can tell me why, like, all the forts are abandoned? I know that the Empire is not at 100% peak strength. Like, the Empire has been weakened severely, I know that. I'm just gonna assume that with that, the Imperial army has become a lot smaller too. Still, budget cuts. Probably, yeah. I'll see what budget cuts get you now. These perfectly fine forts, well, okay, maybe not perfectly fine, but these somewhat perfectly usable forts are now being abused by bandits ravaging the country. Just want to make something that looks a little bit like that old tower that collapsed. And I'll build some rubble around that. Most have been abandoned due to the lack of manpower, but there should still be a few forts manned. Yeah. I would assume so. They have Patrick Stewart in charge, no need for military. Yeah, if only something bad happened to Patrick Stewart that may have ruined that idea. The Batman. Don't want to put too much rubble on this side since it's like a narrow path I made to like walk on the edge. But this is I think good enough. I could get the idea across. Used to be big, now ruined. You can put like some of the old wooden roof on the inside as well. Will the Oblivion Gate spawn still be RNG, or will they all be active? Yeah, they will spawn randomly. Thanks for the save.
Greetings!
What am I doing? That's what I'm doing. Lou, thank you for the follow. I think I'm gonna have to end it soon, guys. My shoulder's killing me. I'm way too cramped up. Stormcloak or Imperial? Oh man, I'm a bit boring, but I'm always Team Imperial. I could put like a quiver. Everything's cramping up, god damn. I think this is just where I'm gonna have to leave it off, because Shit's hurting. Made some good progress though. I won't be back tomorrow because I have my Christmas dinner at work. We'll see when I have more time. Oh fuck me! Don't want to get carpal tunnel. I'll just answer some questions before I leave though. Did you finish Indiana Jones? No. I only played for an hour or two. I'm gonna play it like properly on my own. It looks really great though. Like a really well-made game. With landscaping, are you taking any references from actual Oblivion game or redoing it yourself? Redoing it ourselves. Because Oblivion game, the landscape was not great. By the time it's great, for now, not so much. So I look at more modern references. And like a thing called real life, you know. I'm a pretty outdoorsy guy. Like I like going outside. I like forests, so I can take inspiration from the real thing. Talking about things in the Twitch chat. I'm not sure how to do it on YouTube. I'll try and do that as well. Well, I do know how to do it on YouTube actually. I'm just pasting it in. You guys can follow me on social media. I am on most of it. I made an account for Blue Sky as well recently, since that seems to be surprisingly popular with the Bethesda community. So if you're on there, definitely give me a follow at Rebels Eyes as always. Links in the description for Twitter, Discord, all that stuff. The Discord channel is specifically for these streams, so whenever I go live, you'll get a notification if you subscribe to it, which is an option on the Discord server. And also if you have ideas for me, like for instance, what to do with the rest of the area or with the mountains in the background, anything you can think of. I always love seeing it because, you know, you might be onto something. You might have a good idea that I didn't think of. So, yeah, normally I would do a little run through of the area I've worked on, but I kind of already did that. So I don't want to waste your time with that. And yeah, we'll pick this up again soon, whenever I'm able.
Hello there.
For now, though, thank you all very much for your time. Really appreciate so many of you hanging out with me tonight, keeping me company and sharing your ideas, and yeah, very cool. Greg, thanks for subscribing to the YouTube channel. The stream will be up on YouTube forever. If you ever want to watch any of the streams back, that's what the YouTube channel is for now. How did the flow hives go? I've never owned a flow hive. I own regular old school beehives. Most of them from wood, a few of them from the plastic is not the right word because it's not plastic, but it's styrofoam. That's the one. Will vampirism will vampirism be different with the Skyrim engine? Like, will you be able to become it more than once? The new vampiric system, it sort of blends both Skyrims and Oblivions in some ways. It's definitely more feature-rich than in Oblivion, yeah. Good to see you, goodbye. Good to see you as well, man. It's nice seeing so many familiar faces. You all have a great rest of your night, day, morning, and yeah. Keep your eyes tuned on the main YouTube channel. Before the end of the year, we'll have one last video, one last roadmap video that we're working on now. So yeah, thanks. I didn't forget to end the stream. I'm just looking for for someone to raid. For those who are still here, here you go. Thanks for sticking with me. This guy looks funny. Let's see if I still know how to raid. We're gonna raid someone who's currently got 2 viewers, so I'm sure he'll appreciate whoever of you have time to come hang out with him on Twitch. His stream title is Scrimming and Skoomin'. I think he likes skooma. Oh, he's doing Path of Elsewhere. Dude, that's a trip down memory lane. It's one of the oldest, like, map expansion mods. That's sick. Alright, everyone. Appreciate you hanging out. Have a great rest of your day, and see you in the next one. Love you, bye.